Out of the Blue, proudly brought to you by San Remo. We're family.
Another surprise!
Out of the blue.
You want that with fries?
Out of the blue. Come with me across the sea on a barbecue. We're gonna cook for you.
Nothing but blue skies!
Out of the blue.
You want some chili with those fries?
Out of the blue.
Hi and welcome to another episode of Out of the Blue. Gee, we're lucky the places we get to see. Today is no exception. It's beautiful Victor Harbour in the south of our state, the south coast of South Australia. And people come here for day trips or they come for extended stays. There is so much to do. And I didn't realise there's so much fishing down here. There's boats, there's people fishing off jetties all around the place, and I'm going to have a crack at that today. On today's program, we check out the Big Duck Tours and have a good look around by sea. We also look at some handmade wooden toys, and Adam, boy oh boy, he's got himself some beautiful King George whiting. I can't wait for that. Victor Harbour is on the south coast of South Australia, and it's about 90 kilometres south of Adelaide. Now, one of the places people head for straight away is here, the Causeway. Heads over to Granite Island. There's lots of activities over there, but I'm just going out about halfway on the Causeway because there's some fish there. I can't wait. So here we go. I've chosen a spot about halfway along the Causeway and I'll just chuck in a line to see what happens. I reckon this bloke knows what he's doing, so I might have to ask him, but I haven't given up yet. G'day. How you going?
Good, thank you.
Any good?
No, you'd be better off heading that way to the fish shop if you want some fish.
No, actually, I haven't had a lot of luck, but what, no, seriously, are you catching anything or what?
Oh, yes. I'm just waiting for them. The big Tommies out there. Okay. There's a little gutter out there about 60 metres. That's where you have to
cast out there.
Local knowledge tells me that this is the place. Very, very popular with locals.
Well, this is Screw Pile Jetty, and it gets its name because the pylons are actually screwed into the bedrock to make sure it didn't float away in a storm. Because years ago, this was really, really busy with beautiful big clippers would come in and pick up the wheat and take it not only around Australia, but all around the world from here at Victor Harbour. In fact, once it was considered for the capital of South Australia, but it didn't get that far down the track in those stakes. But look, I'm here today to catch some fish. Bit of local knowledge. I've got the local pippies or cockles here. Put one on a hook and I'm going to see if I can break the drought with fishing on Out of the Blue. It's very embarrassing. It's been going on for too long. Here I go. Nice and deep here too, so not sure what we're going to get. Oh, look, I can't say I haven't had a bite, I have, but they're just little fish taking my bait. I've really had a neck full of it. I think next time I'm going to go out there in a boat and catch some decent fish. And I've heard there's a charter boat available in Victor Harbour. When I come back, that's what I'm going to do. I'm sick of this. Seriously, I'm sick of not catching fish. That's it. Well, there's certainly nothing out there, but there's something here. There's a pop-up, Pura Vida, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee. G'day, Nick, how are you going?
G'day, Michael, how are you, mate?
Oh, I need a macchiato.
Macchiato?
Macchiato, grazie.
One ready for
He's got one ready. How about?
There's nothing in there.
Well, look, after the break, we're going back into Victor, and I know where there's a place I can get some really good fish and chips.
My fishing expedition wasn't very successful, but it's given me a chance to take a closer look at the famous horse-drawn tram. The causeway to Granite Island was completed in 1875 and the passenger horse tramway service was established in 1894. Horses were replaced by a tractor tram from the mid-50s, but these lovely Clydesdales came back from 1986. It's still a great thing to do on your visit to Victor.
You know, one of the things I've really picked up since doing Out of the Blue is that when we decide to go and try and catch some fish, never works out. And here we are at Victor Harbour, and this is a place where you'd expect to catch fish. We didn't. So I'm going in here, the original Victor Fish and Chip Shop, see what they've got. I'm sure they've got something really yummy. Oh, it still looks good. I haven't been here for years and the food is just tremendous. Barramundi, flake, garfish, flathead, prawns. But I think I'll go for the seafood basket. Get a bit of everything that way.
It's a busy place, all right. People lining up to get their orders, and they claim to be the original Victor Harbour fish shop. Who am I to argue with that? And don't you just love the serve of freshly cooked chips? I can't wait. Well, there it is, the original seafood basket. Now, I ordered enough for the crew, and it looks as though they really enjoyed it. When you come to Victor Harbour, it's always good to walk out onto the causeway across to Granite Island. But today, I'm going on a very different adventure. Big Duck Tours operate from the causeway, and I'm going aboard to meet Skipper Dan and have a trip of a lifetime out in the bay. The Big Duck is a rigid inflatable boat operated by Dan and Katie Irvine, and it's a really good excursion. It's a pretty powerful boat too, so it can handle the offshore conditions around Encounter Bay, and the spray jackets are provided. We head off around the Granite Island breakwater and approach Seal Island, where there's plenty to see.
So here we are at Seal Island. Out here we have Australian sea lions as well as New Zealand fur seals. We do a lot of their hunting in the evenings and lots of food for them out this way, lots of crayfish and crabs.
Next stop, Encounter Bay, and just take a look at the dolphins. Dan tells me that they hang around these waters and nearly always show up like this when the boat arrives. We swing by West Island and there's also plenty of seals enjoying the morning sun. It's a conservation park, so the wildlife is protected, like this majestic white-bellied sea eagle. The last part of our journey takes us past the Waipinga Cliffs. It's just terrific to see them from the water before we head back to Victor Harbour.
Now, that's a great way to see Victor Harbour from a different view. Going out on a boat like this, it's safe, it's comfortable, and it's pretty quick. We went around the breakwater, out to the islands that are pretty hard to get to normally, seeing seals and a lot of bird life, including a wonderful sea eagle. So next time you're down in Victor, don't miss out on it, but you better book. It's interesting with Victor Harbour because we think of all the usual tourist attractions, but start scratching around a bit and you find some absolute treasures, like here at the Encounter Centre.
It's been quite a discovery for me. First of all, when I saw all these lovely wooden toys that are produced here. But there's so much more to this story. Encounter Centre Inc. is a community-based charity where volunteers help run a variety of activities with programs to provide those with disability. And look at the work that these volunteers are doing, making these beautiful wooden toys.
Individually handcrafted, and no two are exactly the same. They are real.
Yes.
They're made out of wood, they're not plastic, and they're made with love.
The development of a rocking horse that we've been made for years, and we thought, well, let's make it a little bit more interesting. We'll do a rocking Harley. A bit more buoy, modern.
And how about this? Our very own out-of-the-blue toy.
Whilst Michael's kicking back and enjoying his fish and chips here in Victor Harbour, I've got my hands on some local whiting and I'm going to create a fantastic whiting dish coming up after the break.
Here's something that wasn't around in my day. A surfing school for kids. Surf and Sun set themselves up right on the coast and they provide everything for the beginner, boards, wetsuits, t-shirts, and like all surfers, the kids start out by carrying their surfboards along the beach.
Surfing lessons, yeah, generally we've got them going every day of the year, especially over the summer period. Normally they go for 2 hours, they include your wetsuit, surfboard, rash top and sun cream.
Before hitting the waves, there's time to learn the basics, a bit of a warm-up, and then how to handle the board, the waves, and how to stand up. When the kids take to the water, the instructors are on hand to guide them through the basics, and it doesn't take long before they're standing up and looking really good.
Boy, do you think that's bringing back some fantastic memories. We used to surf at every opportunity. And you know, there for a while, surfing sort of went off, but today it's alive and well. Look at all the kids out there. These days, they get taught how to surf, how to pick a surfboard, what sort of waves to ride, and most of all, how to be confident in the surf. It's a great pastime. In fact, I think I might go and gear up now.
It's a really good option for kids to get outside and get active, and yeah, I think it works really well.
And after all that surfing, time to carry the boards back along the beach.
Did you see me?
Did I see what?
In the water. On the
no,
surfboard.
I didn't. Were you out there, were you? You have your wetsuit on, your tights?
I don't believe it. Now, what are we doing today?
Well, Michael, you know what?
Believe it.
I'm going to make a classical dish. It's whiting roulades, rolls, but traditionally it's filled with, say, salmon or prawns. Okay. But today I'm using San Remo couscous. I'm going to take a little bit of a Moroccan-themed taste.
Now, we've got the whiting here.
Yeah, look at this.
Now, you've already trimmed it, pinned it, the whole bit.
Yes.
So that's
look at that. That's some serious King George shining away.
Onto that, some wonderful Moroccan spices.
Yes.
Gourmet garden.
Just give it a bit of a rub over the whiting, like so, just to flavour it.
Just, you wouldn't want to kill it,
massage it, Michael. Get your fingers in there, just give it a little bit of love and massage away. Yeah, a little less on the noise. Okay.
I've never done this to whiting before.
Well, I know. Okay, but really we need to worry about our couscous, which I got on over here, Michael. So couscous is basically 1 cup of couscous to 1 cup of boiling water or stock, Michael. Into a bowl.
Yes.
Yeah, cover it. Make sure it's covered, cling wrap or the lid of the bowl like I've done. And let it stand till it's absorbed. You're looking about 8 to 10 minutes.
Look at that.
Grab your fork and just fluff her up. All right. To that, we're going to add some raisins. So in they go. Just a nice.
Are they sort of optional or what?
They're optional. I like a little bit of sweetness in there. The Moroccan Turkish.
Dates.
Oh, dates, lovely.
Dates would be good.
Apricots even.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Figs, if you like, dried figs. Some pine nuts. So in they go.
I love pine nuts.
All right. Don't be scared.
That
with your
gives
nuts.
it a lovely creaminess, doesn't it?
Definitely, definitely. And look, we got some coriander, some mint and parsley. So I'm just going to chop them up roughly, Michael.
See, I'd much rather do this than wrap up the fish, to be quite honest.
Are you a little bit nervous about wrapping the fish?
I mean, look, you're a chef, and at the end of the day, people are not going to judge me.
Oh, I see what you're saying. If I fluff it up, it's on me. Thanks, mate. You're really kind of you. So in other words, if I was in the garden and something didn't grow...
But I'd be there to help you.
Well, look, we can do a fish wrap, mate. All right, don't worry.
Look at that. Now, that's coriander in there now.
Coriander.
Mint. Oh, all these wonderful flavours that we just dream about.
Some nice lemon. Just a bit of juice to make it nice and fresh and zingy. In it goes. Look, no need for the strainer. Away we go. Right. Beauty. All right.
Look at that.
Now, last but not least, we've got ourselves an egg. Just to bind it all together, Michael.
Right.
Okay? Yep. So just in with that one. So now you want to grab some of this mix, okay? And just put it along your whiting fillet like so. And then we're just gonna
just loosely, you told me,
loosely
didn't
roll
you?
it up.
Yeah, right.
Just bring it together like so. Okay.
Yep.
Now,
So you're going to do 3 of those.
well, you're going to do the other 2, and I'm going to sit here and laugh. We're just going to use a toothpick, mate, just to hold all that together.
Yep.
Like so.
Okay, a little bit like this.
Yeah. That's it. Just spread it along nice and evenly. That's it. Yeah, you've done well. Beautiful.
Okay, now just a loose
roll. So basically bringing the tail up towards the front of the fish fillet. That's it. Look at this. Okay, so we need to steam these fish. So something a little bit different. I've just gone down and grabbed some fresh seawater.
Some paper in there.
Yeah, just got some greaseproof paper to help them, obviously stop them from sticking. And just into our bamboo basket like so. 1, 2, 3.
There we go, the lid.
On with the lid.
That's it.
And that's it. So we're going to look about anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes to steam these fish.
Adam, so do you, what, about 10, 12, 15 minutes?
Yeah, about 15 minutes there, Michael, they've been steaming. So let's take our basket out. Reveal. Oh, look at that,
That is fantastic.
Looking good?
That's another way to do whiting, isn't it?
It is definitely, and healthy.
Without corrupting the beautiful taste, the delicate taste of it.
No, I agree. And don't forget your toothpicks in there, okay? Nothing worse than sending that out to the punters with a few toothpicks. You want them at the end of the night. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Oh, just a little bit of yogurt over the top.
That is beautiful.
Maybe just a few, little leaves. Just to finish it like so.
A little bit of coriander on that.
Yeah, just chuck a little cheeky lemon wedge in there.
And there you have it, Whiting Roulade with couscous. Coming up after the break, one of the oldest and best pubs in Victor. Well, we've almost finished our shoot down here at Victor Harbour, and we've been staying at the Grosvenor Hotel. And it's been here since steam was king, and it's still going strong. So I thought I'd have one last meal. I couldn't go past the Grosvenor seafood platter. And I'm going to share it. It's for 2. I'm going to share it with my granddaughter, Georgia. So I'm looking forward to that. It's a busy dining room in the hotel tonight, but out in the kitchen, the chef has my order. And it looks like it's keeping him rather busy. All the ingredients are coming together. It's got to be whiting. There's some scallops, salt, pepper, squid, and now the prawns for that final touch. Oh, Ali, that is fantastic. Thank you. This is the famous Grosvenor seafood platter. A platter for 2, Georgia, and Hayley is joining us too, to enjoy this wonderful platter of fresh, local seafood. I hope you've enjoyed the program. It's been fantastic. I can tell you, you should eat local and you should visit local. You can visit our website on outofthebluetv.com. See you next time. And I'm going to share it. It's for 2. I'm going to share it with my granddaughter, Georgia. So I'm looking forward to that. Out of the Blue, proudly brought to you by San Remo. We're family.